But starting with the downside, I already marked out my basic lines. I came down from my chest line, which is 10 inches, then this line, then my underbust, my waist, and this line at 18 inches is how low I want that cut out by the side to be. It depends on how you want your own to be. You can come down or go up. You can actually make yours to be on your waistline, but it will not be too open, which is why I came down 2 inches. So now, next thing is to add our measurement. The part where your cut out is going to end, you take the measurement around here, divide it by 4. Mine came out 8 inches, 8.5 I mean. It came out 8.5, and then I added 1 inch for stitching allowance, and that's that for that. And then I'm going to mark from my hem to that part to give it that A-line effect, like so. So when cutting, we cut all around, and this is the front part of the dress. Now you can cut it out. So now that the front is already cut out, for the back, we're not doing so much. You just need a piece of fabric that we are going to gather for the back. But just make sure it's long enough to go from here to here for the back. So for the, we're going to put an elastic band for this. So the down part is done. Let's move over to the top part of the dress. So for the top part, you just have to cut out a square that is enough to cover your bust. For me, I did 12 inches long and about 23 inches wide. Remember that it's going to be a bit gathered, so you can add as much fabric as you want to yours, depending on how full you want the gathering to be. And then I cut out the strap for the neck, which is about 4 inches. The neck, the strap has to be very long. I cut out 2 of these. It has to be very long because it goes from the neck down to the back, so it has to be really, really long. So now this is how it goes. The neck part, this one. Then remember here is going to be folded like this, and then here, and then you get it. So now to achieve that, you have to go and fold this over like this, and then fold in 1/2 inch on both sides. I don't have light right now. I'm supposed to iron it, but if you do, please go ahead and iron it this way. Fold it into 2, then fold in 1/2 inch on both sides. I realized that the piece of fabric that I cut out for that bust part is too wide, so I reduced it to about 16 inches. Ignore this joining I did here because I ran out of fabric, so ignore it. So now for this strap, you can either measure around your shoulder and put the measurement here, like from your shoulder, from the nape of your neck down to where you want the scrunch part of this bed to start. Or you can just do, I'm using this joining I made in the middle of this here as my guideline. So I came out on each side by about 10.5 inch on both sides. So that's around 20 inches around your neck to your shoulder. In case you did not understand the explanation I was giving, I mean, this is your deep, put it around your neck, then measure how deep you want it. So this is 20 inches, so this is where I want mine to be. So you can do yours at 23, 22, anyhow. I must have gotten that. Now you are going to gather this piece of fabric here, starting from where the point ended, and then gather it into this strap, like so, and then if there was like an iron and I ironed it, would have been easier for me, but I believe you understand what I'm trying to show. And then you're going to continue your stitch all to the end of the strap, and then you're going to repeat it here as well. You can gather this at 5 inches wide. 5 inches is enough. This from that point to an extra 5 inch should be enough. And then at this part as well, you continue your stitching till the end of the strap, and then we'll come back and complete the thread. I went ahead to hem this part of the front and join it to the back after putting the elastic, and I joined it. Now this is the top part that I assume you must have done everything that we talked about. Now for the final step, you are going to use this extended part of the front to wrap around the middle of this top part, and just like that, you're done with the dress. When you make a stitch here, we're basically done with the dress. You see, it's very easy and simple to achieve.